If you've ever read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you know that Roald Dahl loved the bond between a child and his grandparents. If you've ever read James the Giant Peach, you know that Roald Dahl loved the bond between children and nature. But there was one relationship that children have that Roald Dahl did not love. In fact, he despised it. In my poem, Television, he explains why he can't stand something that many of us kids love. The most important thing we've learned so far as children are concerned is never, never, never let them near your television set. Or better still, just don't install that idiotic thing at all. In almost every house we've been, we've watched them gaping at the screen. They loll and slop and lounge about. They stare until their eyes pop out. They sit and stare and stare and sit until they're hypnotized by it, until they're absolutely drunk with all that shockingly ghastly junk. Oh yes, we know it keeps them still. They don't climb out the windowsill. They never kick or fight or punch. Leave you free to cook the lunch and wash the dishes in the sink. But did you ever stop to think just exactly what this does to your beloved tot? It rots the sense in the head. It kills imagination dead. It clogs and clutters up the mind. It makes a child so dull and blind he can no longer understand a fantasy, a fairyland. His brain becomes as soft as cheese. His powers of thinking rust and freeze. He cannot think. He only sees. All right, you'll cry. All right, you'll say. But if we take the set away, what shall we do to entertain our darling children? Please explain. We'll answer this by asking you what used the darling ones to do? How used they keep themselves contented before this monster was invented? Have you forgotten? Don't you know? We'll say it very loud and slow. They used to read. They'd read and read and read and read and read and then proceed to read some more. Great Scott, Gad Sooks, what half their life was reading books. The nursery shelves had books galore, books covered up the nursery floor, and in the bedroom, by the bed, books were waiting to be read. Such wondrous, fine, fantastic tales of dragons, gypsies, queens, and whales, of treasure isles, of distant shores, and smugglers rowing with muffled oars, and pirates wearing purple pants, and sailing ships, and elephants, and cannibals crouching round the pot, stirring away at something hot. It smells so good. What could it be? Good gracious, it's Penelope! So please, oh please, we beg, we pray, go throw your TV set away, and in its place you can install a lovely bookshelf on the wall. Fear not, because we promise you that in about a week or two of having nothing else to do, they'll soon begin to feel the need of having something to read. And once they start, oh boy, you'll watch the slowly growing joy that fills their hearts. They'll grow so keen, they'll wonder what they'd ever seen in that ridiculous machine, that nauseating, foul, unclean, repulsive television screen. And later, each and every kid will love you more for what you did.